Unfortunately, there are some patients who are kept alive only by specialized equipment. If you disconnected them, they would die. An aquarium, as we know it, is like such a patient. It is kept alive by numerous pieces of equipment. And if it is disconnected from these equipment, the fish and plants will not survive and will die. But instead of such an aquarium kept alive only by equipment, you can have a self-sustaining ecosystem aquarium. Without a filter, without adding carbon dioxide and other fertilizers, and without water changes. And look how it looks after 2 years from its birth. Is this a scam, or does such a thing really exist? Of course, there are ecosystems. In nature, there are ecosystems everywhere. But this hobby, aquarium keeping, is not about ecosystems. This is because most of the time fish, plants, and other things are put in a tank without respecting the laws of nature. It is normal for an aquarium with too many fish, or with too few plants, or a sterile aquarium to need all kinds of equipment to keep it alive. But unlike a patient who cannot live without the equipment that keeps him alive, the modern aquarium is intentionally designed from the beginning to need all kinds of expensive equipment, so that the fish and plants in it don't die. And while I've mentioned expensive equipment for your aquarium, you should know that this passion is not a cheap one. I dare to ask, how much did your aquarium cost you with all the equipment? In what year and in what country did you buy it? I'll start. In the first comment under this video, I left the estimated price of the aquarium with all the equipment which I owned in the past. I bought everything around 2010, but the recording is from 2015. A simple Google search found that the price of an aquarium can vary depending on several features, between £500 and £5,000. And also, Google estimates that the aquarium supply industry is estimated to be making hundreds of millions in profit annually. So, I'm returning to the question from the last episode. What would happen if everyone learned to build these low-tech, self-sustaining aquariums? And what are those in the aquarium supply industry capable of doing to protect their hundreds of millions in annual profits? About 2 years ago, I tried to make such an ecosystem myself. The substrate used was a mixture of organic peat moss mixed with worm castings, also known as vermicast. So after mixing worm casting with potting soil, I put them in the aquarium and covered them with a layer of gravel. The substrate will provide the plants with the nutrients they need to grow. Also in this substrate, some gases were formed, including carbon dioxide. These gases were dissolved by the gravel. I could see that at the bottom of the gravel, the bubbles were bigger, and towards the top, the bubbles were getting smaller. This means that the gravel acts as a diffuser for gases in the substrate. The substrate plays a crucial role in an aquarium ecosystem by providing a medium for beneficial bacteria to colonize, which helps in the biological filtration process by breaking down waste products such as ammonia and nitrites. It also serves as a foundation for aquatic plants, allowing their roots to anchor and absorb nutrients. Plants also play an important role in this ecosystem. They enhance the beauty of the aquarium while providing essential functions such as oxygen production, nutrient absorption, and natural filtration. Through photosynthesis, plants release oxygen into the water, which is vital for fish survival. Additionally, they absorb excess nutrients like nitrates, helping to keep water clean and stable. Plants also act as a natural cleanup crew by utilizing fish waste and carbon dioxide, which supports their growth. The light used in this ecosystem was artificial. An LED lamp. Because I live in the UK, where sometimes it is cloudy for weeks and the sun cannot be seen, I had to use this LED lamp. This caused me a lot of problems. It took me a year to find the intensity settings, spectrum and duration of the light. In all this time, the ecosystem suffered, of course. We must not forget that in nature there are many types of aquatic ecosystems. There is not just one type, but the rules of nature by which all these ecosystems function are the same. Same rules, different ecosystems, and every ecosystem is unique. I still don't know if we're heading in the right direction, but it would be nice to have more information on this topic. Maybe one day normality will be that which is determined by the laws of nature and not artificially sustained life. Creating such an ecosystem is much cheaper than... But you can do it for almost free. Also, a self-sustaining aquarium gives you much more satisfaction than... And you have the opportunity to discover other aquatic species that usually do not survive in a sterile aquarium, supported by expensive equipment. And now, finally, my question is, why?